Hello, this is Pastor John Winkleman here at Grace Church of Lockford, reading our Grace Mail Weekly Devotional. The boasting that Paul calls believers to is a fitting boast because it is a boast in Christ. We boast in Him because He has changed, transformed, and made us new. This is part 3 of our study Boast in Christ from Galatians chapter 6, verses 14 and 15, and today we look at verse 15, which reads, "For in Christ Jesus neither circumcision nor uncircumcision avails anything, but a new creation. What is done in the flesh has no bearing on the spiritual reality of those in Christ. We are a new creation." For Paul, as a Pharisaic Jew, to write that circumcision accomplishes nothing is a big deal. Avails is the Greek word escheuo, meaning be able, have power, to be a force, to avail. Under the law, it was circumcision as a sign of the covenant that had power to identify you as one of God's chosen people. Paul is saying that under grace, circumcision has no power. Circumcision is a work. Works cannot earn God's favor. Therefore, our works after salvation do not make us more or less acceptable to God. They bear on our fellowship, not on our relationship. Works done in Christ are done because we are new creations. 2 Corinthians 5:16 and 17 bears that truth out. This word new reflects the idea of being an original, something never seen before. And that is what the believer in Jesus Christ is, something entirely new, something never before seen. We are saved by grace through faith. The flesh is representative of the old things, and they have passed away. As new creations in Jesus Christ, we are to live transformed lives. Our lives in Christ ought to be as different from our old lives as life is from death. They are opposites. Being circumcised or not has no power in Christ. What does have power? Being a new creation. We once were slaves to sin and Satan, and now we are free. Ephesians 2:10 states that we are created in Christ Jesus for the purpose of good works. Paul's point about being a new creation is that now we work not to be pleasing to God, but because we are already pleasing to Him in Christ. The question is no longer, what can I do to be acceptable to God? The question has become, how then should a child of God live? This question is partially answered in the verse that we read at the beginning. A child of God boasts in the cross of Christ because a child of God has been set free from the bondage of sin. A child of God boasts in Jesus Christ. A child of God publicly and ostentatiously proclaims satisfied contentment with what Christ has accomplished on our behalf. We boast in Christ. And so today our challenge is to boast, not in self-accomplishment, but in the accomplishments of Christ. May God bless you and give you a wonderful day. Thank you for watching.